This map, we'll be talking about one of the important country which UPSC is focusing on is the South America. South America as a country we'll focus on in today's class. In today's class, our main aim is South America. Because UPSC's continuous focus was on South America. I don't know why. I also don't know why. Because UPSC, I don't know, maybe they didn't visit South America. Andukane all focus ekku undemo. But I don't know why South America has been the focus of UPSC. In this year, 2025 Prelims also they have asked a question from South America. 2024 also they have asked from South America. 2022 also they have asked from South America. So maybe they want South America to be the more populous country next to India. So maybe they are asking more questions. That's why in today's class we have a detailed analysis on South America. Detailed analysis we'll do it in South America. See, first we'll talk about the countries which are present in South America. You know, this is a country called French Guiana. This is a country called French Guiana. In the French Guiana, we have the French Guiana. In that we have Kourou. So Kourou is a place where the satellite launches will be done. The satellite launches will be done by France. The France will do the satellite launches from Kourou, a place in French Guiana. అందుకే మీరు కూడా అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తూ ఉండండి whenever you observe the satellite launches of India also greater than 5 tons మనం greater than 5 tons satellites పంపించాలి అంటే we'll use the French Guiana. We'll take the permission of France and we'll use the French Guiana to satellites for the projection of satellites greater than 5 tons. That's how important the French Guiana is. Because it's very nearer to the Tropic of Cancer. So that's why it can easily go towards the space. Andukane. Then we have the next one. It's called Suriname. And we have Guyana. We have Suriname and Guyana. And we have the V shape. See, this is like a V shape, right? So that is called Venezuela. We have Venezuela, which is like a V shape. V for Venezuela. Then we have, this is called Colombia. This is Colombia. Colombia is a place. Now here it is Ecuador. And here, this is Peru. This is Bolivia. This is Chile. And this is Argentina. And this is Uruguay. And this is Paraguay. And last we have the largest one is Brazil. Now this side we have the Atlantic Ocean. This side we have the Pacific Ocean. So this side it is Pacific Ocean. Now looking at this map, looking at all those countries, now tell me which is those countries in South America which are landlocked. Which are those countries which are landlocked? So which are those countries which are landlocked? Tell me. Bolivia and Paraguay. So they don't have an opening to the ocean. Oceanic opening ledu. So that's why these two are the landlocked countries. Bolivia, Paraguay. Bolivia, Paraguay is the one which is landlocked countries. Now, by looking at this map, tell me if a country is asked, for example, Bolivia has been asked, what are the bordering countries of Bolivia? Consider UPSC or any other PSC have asked, what is the countries that are bordering Bolivia? See, these countries which are upper side, like Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, or this Suriname, if they are in the options, automatically you will eliminate options, right? Because they are very far away from Bolivia. That Venezuela, all these things are far away from Bolivia. Automatically, you don't need to remember where it is. దాని చుట్టూ ఏమున్నాయి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సిన పని లేదు. బట్ పైన ఏమున్నాయి, మిడిల్లో ఏమున్నాయి, కింద ఏమున్నాయి. ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ ఈజీలీ అండర్స్టాండ్ యూ కెన్ ఆన్సర్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్, బార్డర్ క్వశ్చన్. అంతేకాని ప్రతి కంట్రీ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవడం ఇట్స్ వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్. బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ నో ది పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ ది కంట్రీ, ఓకే ఇట్ ఈస్ మిడిల్, ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ టచ్ ది అప్పర్ కంట్రీస్ అంటే యూ కెన్ ఈజీలీ రిమెంబర్ దోస్ కంట్రీస్. అలా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి ఎప్పుడైనా మ్యాప్ అంతేగాని ప్రతి కంట్రీ బట్టే కొట్టేసి ప్రతి కంట్రీలో ఏం జరుగుతుందో వీ కాంట్ ఈజీలీ హ్యావ్ దట్ మైండ్. కానీ పొజిషన్, ఈ పొజిషన్లో ఉంది, ఈ పొజిషన్లో ఇవి ఉన్నాయి అని గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే బార్డరింగ్ యూ కెన్ ఈజీలీ ఎలిమినేట్ ఈజీలీ. సో దట్స్ ది ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ అబౌట్ దిస్ కంట్రీస్. అండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్, so we can also understand about the capital cities. We have the Canning and we have the Paramaribo, which is in Suriname, and we have Georgetown, which is in Guyana. Guyana's capital is Georgetown. Yeah, Caracas. And the Ecuador capital is Quito. Then the Peru's capital is Lima. Lima is a Peru's capital. And Bolivia's capital is La Paz. You know, regarding Bolivia, I'll tell you one thing, regarding Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh and Bolivia has somewhat similar circumstances because previous government of Andhra Pradesh were saying that 3 capitals we want to implement. One is a judicial capital, one is the executive capital, one is a legislative capital. That idea has been claimed from South America. South Africa nunchi all తీసుకున్నారు idea. But here Bolivia also has the capital city and also the judicial capital also. దీనికి judicial capital కూడా ఉంటుంది, separate from the capital. Surcas అంటాం అన్నమాట. There is a place called Surcas అనే place లో we have the judicial capital rather than the capital. So la Bolivia. Then Chile, we have Santiago. Santiago is the Chile. In Argentina, we have Buenos Aires. Then Uruguay, we have Montevideo. And Brazil, we have the Brasilia. And in Brazil, some of the important places are Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, and Santo. These 3 are the other important places in Brazil. Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, and Santo. Santo is a place where coffee cultivation, it is famous for coffee. Because Brazil is famous for coffee, ఎక్కువగా coffee cultivation you can find it in Santo. Santo అనే place లో తెలుస్తుంది. These are all some of the capitals of the South America's capitals. Now after the cities and after the borders, now we'll understand what are the lakes, now we'll understand what are the deserts, now we'll understand what are the mountains. All these things which are present in this South America. South America lo lakes ekkada unnai, which are the important lakes and dani yokka facts enti, because when you open the atlas they'll give you just the names. Facts we'll understand, some of the facts which we'll understand. France yokka colony, still it is France colony, అందుకే French Guiana. France has its territory, ఇప్పటికీ అది claim చేస్తుంది. And I'll also tell you, some of the territories like French Guiana is already present in South America. South America lo, see this one, there is an island, this is called Galapagos Island. This you will study continuously. Galapagos Island belongs to Ecuador. This belongs to Ecuador. The Galapagos Island belong to Ecuador. And here also you can see an island. Here also at the extreme down you can see an island that is called Falkland Island. that belongs to UK. That belongs to UK. Even though it is in South America, it belongs to UK. So their territories are present. Those territories. నేను చెప్పాను కదా, Greenland belongs to Denmark. అలా every island has its own colonies. So అలా Falkland Island, Galapagos Island we have. Okay. Now look at this map carefully. Now you can easily say, see here there is a rockets which are sent, rocket symbol. So this is also French Guiana, you know that. And we have Koro. We have a place called Koro. And we have this Suriname. And we have Guyana. And we have Venezuela. And we have Venezuela. Here there is a lake called Morcabo Lake, which is a famous port and lake of Venezuela. Famous port and lake of Venezuela. And we have Colombia. Colombia. See, Colombia is the only country present in the South America which connects to both Pacific Ocean and which also connects to the Atlantic Ocean. And it also belongs to both South America, and it touches both South America and also North America. That is the only country in this whole, all the countries in South America, which touches the Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean, and also touches the North America and South America both. That is the only country, Colombia. And you have the Ecuador, and we have the Peru, and we have the Chile, and this is Bolivia, and we have this Argentina, and we have this Paraguay, this is Uruguay, and this is Brazil, this is Brasilia, and here we have Rio de Janeiro, and second we have Sao Paulo. This is Santo, which is famous for coffees. This is Santo, which is famous for coffee. And you see these three places. This is like a triangle. This is Bolivia. We have Chile. This is Argentina. These three are called lithium triangle. These three are called lithium triangle because majority of the lithium extraction happens in these three countries. Chile, Bolivia and Argentina. Anduke din ABC countries antam. This also can be remembered like ABC. ABC countries. Argentina, Bolivia and Chile. These three are the lithium triangle countries. Lithium triangle. Okay. So these are the facts about the few of the places. And in Chile, here we have a place called Arica, which is the driest place in South America. Driest place. We have the driest place in South America in Chile called Arica. South America lo driest place anamata Arica. And in Chile also, just like you have the Galapagos Island, we have the Falkland Islands. Chile also has an island called Easter Island. Chile also has an island called Easter Island. Chile lo Easter Island unnadu, which belongs to Chile. Chile ki sambandhinchi. Easter Island. So this is the territories and the capitals and some of the important places. Territories, capitals and the important places. The next one is the lakes of South America. Lakes of South America. Lakes. Okay. Here we have a lake which is present in Venezuela, and we have already said about that lake, the Maracaibo Lake. The Maracaibo Lake which is a lake present in the Venezuela. And this is also called the lightning capital of the world. Lightning capital of the world. In the world, the Maracaibo Lake is the lightning capital of the world. Urumulu merupulu ekkuva ikkade vastayi. Okay. Then we have between this Peru and Bolivia. Bolivia, we have Lake Titicaca. We have a lake called Titicaca. So, Titicaca. And here, especially in Bolivia, we have a lake, Lake Pupu. Lake Pupu. And here in Brazil, we have Lake Patos. Lake Patos, especially in the Brazil. This is Brazil. And we have Lake Patos. Lake Patos. Ila 4 lakes anedi manaku major lakes unnai ikkada. One starts with Venezuela, which is Maracaibo Lake, which is a lightning capital, and we have Lake Titicaca, which is between Peru and Bolivia border lo untundi. And then in the Bolivia we have the Lake Pupu, and we have the Lake Patos, which is in the Brazil. Ila 4 lakes anedi is more important in the South America. South America lo these are the 4 important lakes. Then we have the mountains. Okay. Now, which is the largest mountain which is present in this South America? Which is that mountain which is present in South America? Andes Mountain. Andes Mountain. This stretches from here and this will move to here. So now tell me those countries through which the Andes passes through. What is this country? What is that country? Venezuela. What is this country? Colombia. What is this country? Ecuador. What is this country? Peru. What is this country? What is this country? And this, what is this country? How many countries are there? See, the Andes Mountains passes through 7 countries. The Andes Mountains passes through 7 countries. Because UPSC have already asked a question, Himalayas passes through how many states in India? Already Himalayas, any states gunda veltundani UPSC question adigi. Next time the question can be on Andes. How many countries? వాళ్ళు ఏ కంట్రీస్ అని కూడా అడగడు, నెంబర్ అడుగుతాడు. డైరెక్ట్గా ఇచ్చేస్తాడు. ద Andes mountain passes through 5 countries in South America. So you need to remember there are 7 countries through which the Andes mountain passes through. And it is the longest mountain. It is the longest mountain because covering so many countries. India, Himalayas is covering only 2 or 3 countries, but it is covering so many countries. That's why it's called longest mountain. And it is also the fold mountain. It is like Himalayas, it is a fold mountain. Like Himalayas, it is also a fold mountain. That is the first fact which we need to remember regarding Andes mountain, large mountain. Now we come to the small mountains. Small mountains. Here we have a mountain which is the highest peak in the South America. We have Aconcagua. So Aconcagua is the highest peak. It is the active volcano. It is a volcanic mountain, active volcano anamata. It is between the Peru plus Argentina. It is between Peru plus Argentina. And we have the new mountain called Ojos de Salados. Ojos de Salados, which is also between, this is Chile and Argentina. Chile plus Argentina. Which is also between Chile plus Argentina, Ojos de Salados. ఇది అందరికీ ఇప్పుడు గుర్తుంటుంది. బికాస్ ఓజస్ గంభీర Obviously, this can be easily be remembered. Ojas de Salades. And in the Peru, we have a mountain called Misti. And in the same Peru, we have a mountain called Ukaskaran. Ukaskaran mountain. And especially in Ecuador, we have Chimborazo. And we have Cotopaxi. And we have a Cotopaxi mountain. Mount Twin Cotopaxi. Mount Cotopaxi. These are all the mountains which are present in the South America. South America alone, mountains and mountains. These two are in Ecuador. These two are in Peru. Ecuador and Peru. These are all the mountain chains in South America. South America alone, mountains are mountains. Okay. Next, after understanding about the mountains, we have the deserts. Here we have, in Chile, we have a desert called Atacama Desert. Which is formed due to the cold ocean current called Humboldt or Peru current. And now you see, this is the 0 degrees equator, and if this is the Tropic of Capricorn, now tell me which is the permanent wind that is flowing between 0 degrees and Tropic of Capricorn. Ye permanent wind flow avutundi ee renditi madhya. So it is easterlies or is it westerlies? Easterlies. So easterlies always moves from east towards the west. Now it is giving rainfall in the Brazilian and these regions. I told you, this side it will give the rainfall. And when it reaches this side, what will happen? The rainfall is over, the moisture is over, and there is a formation of deserts. That's how Atacama is. Atacama is the offshore to easterlies. Atacama is offshore to easterlies. That's why this side, it is forming a desert. And the western side low, it has formed a desert because it is offshore. This is onshore. This is called onshore, and this is called offshore. This is offshore to easterlies. Andukane desert forming. That's why the desert has been formed. Now look at this next desert in Argentina. The Patagonia Desert, which is present in Argentina. Now tell me, so this is, consider 60 degrees south. This is 60 degrees south. Now tell me which is the wind which will be flowing between Tropic of Capricorn and 60 degrees south. Westerlies. You see the westerlies moves like this. Now when the westerlies moves like this, I told you, if there is a mountain like this, and if some wind is coming and striking the mountain, what will happen to this? This will forcefully get raised, and there is a formation of a cloud. On the other side, there is sinking, and there is warm and dry winds. Now when westerlies are coming, this is westerlies, it will hit the Andes. When westerlies comes, it will hit the Andes. Andes and hit rise each side anta, it will give the rainfall. Other side, it is sinking. Automatically there is no rainfall, there is warmness and dryness. So because this Patagonia is on this is windward side, this is called leeward side or rain shadow region. Because Patagonia is on the leeward side or rain shadow region of the Andes, automatically it is leading to the desert formation in that region. Desert formation, orography valla jarugutundi akkada. It is due to the orography. It is due to the mountain that is blocking the winds to reach to that region. So this Patagonia desert is on the leeward side of Andes. It is on the leeward side of Andes or rain shadow region of Andes. That's why it is getting. Ippudu conceptual clarity vachutadi meeku. Like how this side it is like this and that side it is like this. Andike map pointing lo you can get some clarity on the topics you have studied already. మీరు ఆల్రెడీ చదివిన క్లైమటాలజీ టాపిక్స్ చాలా వరకు ఇక్కడ మీకు లైవ్గా ఎగ్జాంపుల్గా చూపించవచ్చు. ఓకే, now these are the two deserts, Atacama Desert and Patagonian Desert. These two are the deserts. Okay. Next. ఎట్ సైడ్ ఇక్కడ ఈస్టర్న్ సైడ్, కానీ ఇక్కడ ఇది ఈస్ట్ లో లేదు కదా, కాంటినెంటల్ ఈస్టర్న్ మార్చ్. సో యు ఆర్ సేయింగ్ దట్ దిస్ సైడ్ ఇక్కడ ఏ విండ్స్ వస్తాయి? వార్మ్ కరెంట్స్ వస్తాయి, కానీ ది వార్మ్ కరెంట్స్ మే గెట్ డైవర్టెడ్ హియర్. ఆ వార్మ్ కరెంట్లో ఎనఫ్ మాయిశ్చర్ ఉండకపోవచ్చు. అందుకనేసి హియర్ ద ఫుల్ పార్ట్ ఈస్ నాట్ డెజర్ట్, the remaining part is there. Here there is no desert. So because our warm currents ochina sare, it would have been deflected before it reaches to that region. Andukane ala jarugundochu. Okay. Now see, now comes the reverse in the South America. Reverse in Venezuela we have Orinoco River, where it is famous for Angel Falls. Orinoco River, which is famous for the Angel Falls. And this river everyone knows, Amazon River. What are the countries through which the Amazon River flows? These only 3 countries that can be remembered as PCBs, like Peru, Chile, and Brazil. Sorry, Peru, Colombia, and Brazil. PCB, Peru, Colombia, and Brazil is the 3 places through which this obviously flows. And you know about Amazon. Amazon is the second longest river. Which is the first longest? Nile River. And it is the largest river. It is second longest, but second largest river. Longest ki largest ki difference into. What is the difference between longest? This is long. Dini long. Ante ekku dooram veltundi. Ekku countries ni cover chestundi. Large means if this is the volume through which the river flows, and if this is the other volume through which the river flows, దీన్ని లార్జెస్ట్ అంటాం, దీన్ని స్మాలెస్ట్ అంటాం. అంటే వాల్యూమ్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్ ఎక్కువ వెళ్తాయి బ్రెజిల్లో. ద వాల్యూమ్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్ విల్ గో మోర్ ఇన్ ది బ్రెజిల్. అందుకని దిస్ లార్జెస్ట్ అంటాం. అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఎ ట్రిబ్యూటరీ కాల్డ్ ది మదీరా. Madeira is a tributary. Madeira is a tributary of the Amazon River. And we have a river. This river flows through both Brazil and Argentina. That river is called Parana river. This river is Parana river. Parana river lo we have the largest dam in South America. Largest dam in South America called Itayu Dam. Itayu Dam is the largest dam in South America, which is under Parana river. Parana river కింద ఉంటుంది. This is the largest dam. So these are the rivers. We have Orinoco river, we have the Amazon river, we have the Parana river. These are the three major rivers which are flowing through this. Okay. And ikkada we have Llanos, which is a grassland. Llanos అనే పేరు ఉంటుంది అనమాట గ్రాస్లాండ్. అక్కడ ఉన్న గ్రాస్లాండ్ పేరు Llanos అంటాం. అండ్ బ్రెజిల్లో ఉన్న ఇన్ ద బ్రెజిల్ we also have the grassland called Campos. We have Campos. In Argentina we have a grassland called grasslands called Pampas. ఇలా గ్రాస్లాండ్ కి నేమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద గ్రాస్లాండ్? వాట్ ఈస్ ఎ గ్రాస్లాండ్? దీన్ని ట్రీ అంటాం. దిస్ ఇస్ ఎ ట్రీ ఆర్ ఫారెస్ట్. ఎక్కడ వస్తాయి ట్రీస్ ఆర్ ఫారెస్ట్ ఎక్కువ? ఎక్కడైతే రెయిన్ఫాల్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుందో అక్కడ ట్రీస్ ఆర్ ఫారెస్ట్ వస్తాయి. ఎక్కడైతే కంపేర్ టు ది ట్రీస్ ఆర్ ఫారెస్ట్ రెయిన్ఫాల్ తక్కువ ఉంటుందో అక్కడ గ్రాస్లాండ్స్ వస్తాయి. ఎక్కడైతే అసలు రెయిన్ఫాల్ ఉండదో డెజర్ట్స్. అలా ది గ్రాస్లాండ్స్ ఆర్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ ది ఫారెస్ట్ అండ్ ఏ డెజర్ట్. దాన్నే గ్రాస్లాండ్ అంటే. ఓన్లీ గ్రాసెస్ మాత్రమే ఉంటాయి, ట్రీస్ ఉండవు. అలా గ్రాస్లాండ్ ఎకోసిస్టమ్ ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది. దాంట్లో డిఫరెంట్ నేమ్స్ అనమాట, డిఫరెంట్ నేమ్స్. ఓకే. This is about the this is about the South American continent. So దీంట్లో ఏది వచ్చినా you can answer. Now I'll show you the question. Look at this question. They were asking the country and the resource it is rich in. Country it is resource rich. Botswana, like when we were studying, what did we find out about Botswana? మనం Botswana గురించి when we were discussing, we have found out that its second largest diamond has been unearthed from the Karawai mines in Botswana. Diamond rich. Then Chile, just now we have studied, it is a part of lithium triangle. And Indonesia, obviously, it is not so much good at nickel. That are the Southeast Asia, which we will discuss. Allah, if you know about that region, easily you can answer these questions. Look at this. Second. Andes Mountains passes through how many of the above countries? Andes Mountains passes through how many of the above countries? Obviously, see, just try to eliminate. Brazil is too far because it is that side. The Brazil is too far that side, and it is starting point is Venezuela. Obviously, starting point is Venezuela. Obviously, Paraguay is also not the country that is flowing through Andes, and the Bolivia. We have the Colombia and we have the Ecuador, we have the Venezuela, which is flowing through these countries. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 is passing through the Andes Mountains. UPSCs have asked easiest questions like this. UPSC will also give you easiest questions like this. See, this also. Where does the Lake Patos is? Lake Patos is in Brazil. Lake Patos is in Brazil. But it will not pass through the equator. Lake Patos will not pass through equator. Because if aటువంటి fact ఏదైనా ఉంటే నేనే చెప్పుకుంటాను. It is not passing out. I didn't tell you that Lake Patos నుంచి equator గుండా వెళ్తుంది. So there was a question on Lake Patos also. అందుకే చెప్పా సౌత్ అమెరికా అంటే బాగా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ వచ్చినట్టుంది యూపీఎస్సీకి. ఒకటి కోబాల్ట్ గురించి, లిథియం గురించి అడిగింది, ఒకటేమో ఇక్కడ అడిగింది, ఒకటేమో పైన అడిగింది, హ్యాండ్ డిజైన్. 3 questions are directly being asked.